welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. So today I'm filming a Q&A, which I'm so excited about. I've always wanted to film one of these because I feel like I want you guys to learn more about me, more about my business, and I feel like a Q&A is the perfect video to do that. So I answered you guys over on Instagram a few days ago for some questions that you want to know, and I'm going to be reading out my favourite one today. If you haven't already, make sure you follow me over on Instagram. It's Cyberchick Shop. It should be linked in the description, so that you can take part in the next Q&A if you would like. So I'm probably going to film another one because later on down the line, because I probably won't be able to answer every single question in this video. But yeah, hopefully if you've asked one, you'll see your question in this video, and thank you so much for watching. So I've got the questions here on my iPad. The first question is from P Chick. I'll try and put the question here if I can. She asks, what is the hardest part you found about running a small business? This is a really good question, and obviously there's many things I find hard, but I'd say the hardest thing that I've dealt with, and I've actually dealt with this recently, so maybe that's why it's come to mind. Ever since like restarting my Instagram, comparison has been a huge thing that I struggle with, and I'm sure other small businesses, or just in general that you relate, every human compares themselves to others. It's just natural, and it's something you have to deal with on your own. But yeah, for me, comparing myself to other small businesses is something every day I struggle with. Thinking like they're doing better than me, their product's better than me, they're selling more than me, you know, that kind of comparison. But I just try and remind myself that they might have been doing it longer than me, you know, they might have help from other people. I run this business completely for myself, so obviously it is very hard to manage everything. But yeah, and something I've been trying, I don't know if this will help other people if they struggle with the same thing, is try and compare yourself to your past self rather than other small businesses. Try and compare yourself to you. So if I compare my business now to my business a year ago today, the difference is like insane. So I started in February 2021. Obviously now it's May 2022. So I would have only been a few months into my business, and yeah, the difference is crazy. So if I compare myself now to then I really see my progress, and that's what I'm trying to do. Instead of comparing myself to others, compare myself to myself, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'd say that's probably the hardest thing, because it does bring me down, and there's been days I haven't even wanted to work because I've just felt like such a failure, like the people are just doing it so much better than me. But it's only encourages growth, and yeah, so much room to grow. I've only been doing it a year, so just trying to encourage myself to keep going. So my next question is from Rebel Jones Designs, another gorge business. She asked, what is your favourite thing to draw? So this is a very good question. I'm going to give a very general answer. I'm not sure this is the answer she was looking for, but stickers for me. I love drawing stickers because they're just small and, you know, simple. You can do such a simple design but make it look so cute, and I love just drawing so many things. I might give a little sneak peek actually at the end of this video of some stickers that are coming. I am planning a shop update in the next few weeks with a really cute little range of stickers. I'm literally obsessed with how they turned out. Like, I just feel like I've really found my style recently, because I don't necessarily draw a lot of my business so far. A lot of what I make is like homeware kind of stuff, and I don't actually have really any stickers in my shop. I do have some on Etsy, but I'm not really happy with them. So I've really tried to push myself and draw some really cute stickers, and I've done that. And I might show a sneak peek in the video, so look out for that, for some stickers that are coming soon. So the next question is from Deli's Designs, who has the cutest small business ever, by the way. Everyone who commented a question who owns a small business, I will tag them below, and make sure you check them all out because they all have their cute small businesses, and I love supporting everyone. So she asked, I'm also sorry if you're looking down, it's because the question's on my back. What are 3 things you do that motivate you when business is slow? So that's a great question actually, because it's been something I've been dealing with the past month, because Etsy has been so up and down this month. I don't know why. I mean, it always pretty much is, but this month especially. So this month I've really tried to design new products, which when business is slow, it means obviously you get less orders, which means less packaging, and obviously it means you have more time. So I actually like having more time. So I try and look at the positive, like, yes, I'm not getting many orders right now, but that means more time. So more time to draw, more time to go on Pinterest, inspiration, and I just try and really get inspired and design new things, and that means I get excited about that. So that really motivates me to keep going, and that's what I've done this month. I designed so many new things this month because that's been a bit quieter, so excited about that. And it just means that you're going to have future new products, which means more sales, so you're only doing yourself a favour at the end of the day. The next thing I do is tell myself new orders will come. It will get busy again. It's such an up and down thing in business. You can't always guarantee, unless you're a bigger business. If you're a smaller one, you can't always guarantee like frequent orders. That's one of my goals, to have like consistent orders, but it's going to take time to have, you know, sustainable orders every day. When you're still starting out, you're going to have quieter days, you're going to have busier days. That's just how it goes. So I just tell myself new orders will come, it will get busy again, motivate myself, try not to feel down about it, which obviously I've done before. I have felt like down and been like, my business is failing, I'm not getting any orders. But sometimes when I've done that, I'll get like a really good order that evening. It'll just cheer me up and I'm like, see, it will get good again. So tell yourself new orders will come, it won't always be quiet. The last thing I do is I talk to other small businesses. So if I'm having a really, really quiet streak on Etsy, I'll go on like a Discord chat or something and ask other small businesses, are you the same? Is it an issue with Etsy and like algorithm, or is it just me? Talking to my small business friends on Instagram, they might be going through the same thing. It just makes you feel better and like you're not the only one out there with no orders. So yeah, talking to others really does help, and you'll realise you're definitely not alone. We all go through it, we all go through quiet periods. So next question is from Rachel_XBN, and she said, how did you grow your small business from scratch? So the first thing I did was I started off making an Etsy shop. I want to go to Etsy first because obviously it generates all the traffic for you, whereas if you make your own website, you have to do the traffic for yourself. So I started off on Etsy, and I started off making t-shirts actually, which I don't really sell anymore, but I was making t-shirts, 2005 t-shirts, and the first thing I actually bought was this printer. Well, it was a different printer than this. It was actually an HP white printer. You might see in some of my older TikToks, but that was like the first thing I bought, I'm pretty sure, after I'd made a few sales, obviously, so I could afford it. And then I ordered an iron and an iron board so I could actually make the t-shirts. And yeah, just slowly upgraded my business the more income I got. So obviously like the first few months I probably didn't really make any profit because I was buying things, which I also recommend. Obviously, depending on the products you sell, you might need to buy your equipment before you make a sale. I think I had my first sale just because I didn't want to buy it straight away and be like, oh, I've literally made no sales. So I think I had my first sale, and then that day I bought a printer from Amazon Prime and ironing board so I could make the order. And then yeah, it was a big gamble really, because that could have been my only order, and then I just bought a printer and lost all the profit. But that didn't happen, and I'm sure it won't happen for you if you want to start a business. But yeah, that's basically how I started from scratch. And then over time, now I've got a website and I've got so much more equipment behind me. I was lucky enough to be able to afford a laptop, a new phone. So yeah, just go for it really. You just gotta go for it and just hope that it works out. If it doesn't, maybe design some more products, and you'll get there. You will get there. And yes, that's how I started out. So next question is from Crafty Microbes, and she said, hi Jess, how did you find your style? So that's another really good question. Another thing I've really struggled with lately is finding my style, because I feel like I'm such an indecisive person. I'm always changing, I'm always growing with my style, but I feel like I'm trying to keep it consistent. So I've actually did something a few weeks ago which has really helped me, and I will share this just in case other small businesses are dealing with the same kind of issue. Finding your style is something, it is really hard because it's so unique to you, and it's like you really have to make your own style to stand out. So it can be hard, and it can take years to actually find your style. But yeah, what I did on my iPad was I got together some colours that I really love and I use. And you see these little hearts, so this is my like colour palette kind of thing. And then these secondary colours, the orange, the red and the blue, are like my secondary colours because I don't use as much but I still use. And then I just put some of my fonts that I use. So choose like 5 or 6 fonts that you want to use for your packaging, your logo, your branding, your post, your products, and put them together. And then some emojis and these are like my little drawings that I'll use on my products or my posts, and then your logos. And just having that whole sheet, it really does help you find your style, find your brand identity, and try and stay consistent with that. Obviously you can change if you wake up one day and be like, I hate my business and I want to change everything, then feel free to do that. But if you really want to try and stay consistent and really have an identity, I feel like that's a really good thing to do. And yeah, I think also finding an aesthetic is really good to do. So I think my aesthetic is like 2000s kind of vibes. That's how I started out my business. When I first started my business, I was really loved the 2000s thing. It was actually really big back then, like 2021 February time. 2000s were like huge. It is still big, luckily, but it was like really big back then. Like it was suddenly a really big trend. Everyone was wearing 2000 stuff. You know, the phone charms and the butterfly clips. Everyone was doing it, and I was really inspired by that. And I was like, I want to make this into a business, and that's kind of how I've developed. And I'm still doing 2000s inspired things. Obviously, not everything I make is 2000s inspired, but that's kind of my ultimate aesthetic, and I try to keep that in mind when I'm designing things, but also not letting it limit me. I don't want to not design something because it's not 2000s. Do you know what I mean? So as you can see, it is hard, but I just try and stick with what I like, and if that changes over time, it changes over time. Your business will grow and it'll grow with you. So yeah, hopefully that helps someone, but it is something I definitely do struggle with. So I just had like a little bit of a lighting change, put on some lights because it got dark in here real quick. My next question is from Preppy Penelope, and she said, why did you originally start this small business? So I feel like I have the most inspirational story. Like I just woke up one day and like was like, I'm gonna start a business. I mean, it kind of did happen like that, but a little story time. Back in October 2020, I was working a part-time job and I really did not like it. I wasn't the most confident person back then, so dealing with rude customers really knocked my confidence and just ruined my day. And it happened quite a lot because if anyone's worked in retail, you know the customers you can get sometimes. People just have no patience some days, and they take it out on you. And I was new because I'd only had that job. I only had that job a few months, I think, in total. So I still felt new the entire time, and I had so many new customers, and I was just like, this job is not for me. So yeah, I started back in October, and then shortly after we went into lockdown in November 2020, and it lasted for an entire month. So during that month I spent it with my boyfriend, and I realised how much I liked life without a job. Not having to get up at a certain time, not going back at 8 p.m, you know, I actually got to have a life, I actually got to live. Because even when I had my job, like, you know, on the weekends, I didn't have to work, I spent like the half of the time just sleeping because I was so exhausted from like standing up all day. And I just didn't really have much of a life working, so I was like, I want to live. And the main way I could do that without dealing with ruined customers was working for myself. And on top of that, I've also always wanted to be creative, always loved being creative in school. Art and graphic design were my subjects. I was always so excited to go to them every day, whenever I had it on my timetable. So I've always known I wanted to do a creative job. That is my passion, that is who I am. So yeah, I was like, I'm going to start some little small business. I had no clue what I was going to sell. I had no clue what I was really doing, and I actually quit my job as we were meant to go back in December, before I had even really set it up. I just kind of had the idea. I set up my Etsy shop, didn't have any products in it, but I was like, this is what I'm doing now, so I'm quitting. Texted my boss. I actually had a video, a little TikTok, which actually shows the text that I sent. I'm pursuing my business full time. Sorry, not coming back. Bye. So yeah, really quite a risk, and I don't actually recommend doing that. I recommend having a part-time job until your business is sustainable enough income to survive off. But I did it anyway because I'm still living at home, so I could do it. And yeah, I jumped straight in, and it was the best decision I've ever made. Working for myself it's amazing. Not having to get up at a certain time every day, having complete freedom when it comes to when you want to work, when you want to have days off. It's just, it obviously does come with its downside. Small business life is not amazing 24/7, but it's definitely the life for me the freedom that I need. And yes, so that is how I start my small business. So this is my last question for the video because I feel like I've been filming forever. I probably haven't, but I don't know how long this video is going to be, but yeah, basically this is my last question, and it's another one from Peachy Lane Studio, and she asked, what is your weekly schedule for your business? So again, I feel like I've said this for every single question. Another thing that I struggle with is having a schedule. It's probably going to sound really bad, but I don't currently schedule a day off, which I know is something I really need to work on. When you love what you do though, it's so hard to like let yourself not work, because I just want to work. Like, I love designing, I love packaging, I love being on Instagram, I love making TikToks. I just find it all so fun. So I don't mind working 24/7. I mean, I don't work 24/7. I'll have like an afternoon, I'll have a morning, I'll spend it with my boyfriend, my friends. But I don't have like, oh, every Sunday is your day off kind of thing. Which I don't know. I think I do need to do. Comment below if you're a small business and you give yourself a day off, because does anyone else work every day of the week? I've seen some people say that they do, but I don't know if it's like a normal thing. If everyone does it, I feel like most people probably do give themselves a day off, but I just love what I do so much. So yeah. And then in terms of like planning my week, I usually do it like the week before. I have like a whole weekly planner on my clipboard. Well, we like need to do this, need to do this, because it's hard. It's really hard to like plan, because some weeks I might have like a wholesale order. Like the other week I had on Etsy, some woman bought 20 hoodies and I needed to make them all in like a space of a few days. So that took up, I think it was 2 days to make those hoodies in the afternoon / evening. And yeah, obviously I can't really plan that every week, because that probably meant I couldn't film content that week, etc. So it really just depends on the week. I'll try and prioritize having time put aside to film TikToks, film reels, and just have one day where I film like 10 or 12 TikToks, which is another really good tip. Instead of like trying to film a TikTok a day, just set a time one day where you film like 7 or 8 and then post them like throughout the week. That's really helped me. And yeah, it's something that's hard, but it just depends on the week really. Some weeks I might have less orders, some weeks I have more, so I have to have more days set aside to package. Some days I might not have many orders, so I have a lot of days to design. But yeah, that's kind of how I schedule it. I just try my best. But yeah, so those are all the questions I'm going to answer today. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you found something useful that I said, any tips, or even like you're not alone, because trust me, all small businesses go through the same kind of thing when it comes to slow sales, busy sales, trying to manage our time. I'm sure it's something universally we all struggle with. But a question I actually have for you, if you own a small business, is what is the favourite part of your small business? What is the best part about working for yourself? I'd love to know, so comment below. And thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.